Golfers, stop neglecting your body and giving shots away on the tee. And you're watching this video because you want to increase distance with a step-by-step process, which is guaranteed to get you hitting it further, shooting better scores, and being an overall happier golfer. And who am I? I'm Billy Troy. I'm a golf physiotherapist and a golf fitness trainer. I've got an online business, and also I see clients face-to-face here in Brisbane and also Gold Coast in Australia. Over 5,000 people have been through my training app, and I'd love to help you out as well. And if you haven't got time to watch the full video, comment bootcamp below. I'm going to send you my free 4-day program, and that's going to guarantee you 5 miles in 4 days. So make sure you do that now. And golfers, please make sure to follow. I'm trying to help as many golfers around the world as possible. I want my channels on social media to impact over 1 million golfers to make sure you guys are staying fit and healthy and you can play as long as you want to. And golfers, one of the biggest reasons you can't hit it far is because you lack mobility. In this test, you should be able to separate your upper body from the lower body at least 45 degrees. What we're trying to do is keep the lower body stable whilst turning the thoracic spine. Then from there, we want to be able to separate the lower body without the chest moving. And also in this position, we want our elbow joint to match up to our spine angle. If we're here, we're restricted, which you can see. If we're here, we're matching up that spine angle. And what this is going to allow you to do is stretch yourself like an elastic band in the backswing, so you can then push all of that energy into the ball, hitting longer drives and some of the best shots of your life. So now I'm going to give you 3 easy mobility drills you can do to start working on these rotational restrictions. The first exercise here is going to be the shoulder external rotation with the body rotation. We're trying to keep the shoulder in the same position as we're going into our backswing, and then we're going through our impact position. This is going to allow you to maintain your shoulder and wrist angles as you come down into the impact position. And we know having good shoulder external rotation and good wrist positions is going to keep the lag in the golf club. So doing that stretch is going to enable you to load, hold, and explode at the right time. Now we're working on our hip rotation. This is a super easy exercise you can do at home, do at the office, which is encouraging our lower body movement whilst our chest is staying still. As you can see, my sternum is pointing right at this pole in front of me and right at you. And with these stretching exercises, you want to do them at least for a minute to make sure that we're working through our joint range of motion and trying to stretch those tight or immobile muscles. And if you suffer from a stiff upper back, you can try the lunge with also rotation. So we're slowly going to our lunge position, rotating, and then adding side bend. What this is allowing us to do is to work on both the rotation and also we're getting some lateral flexion in the spine. If you're immobile here, it's going to restrict you getting into obviously our full backswing position and also into enough side bend at impact, which can help control the club face. And golfers, step number 2 is balancing with your eyes closed. Can you do this for 15 seconds on both sides? If you can't, it's going to rob you of distance. And golfers, I'll give you 3 easy exercises you can do to improve your balance at home. So the first drill here is a weighted pass. What we're encouraging is movement of our mass, and our balance and our feet and our hip need to obviously compensate. So if you're really wobbly, it's going to really make you move and shift. The goal is to try and keep centered by bracing our core, squeezing our toes into the ground, and squeezing our glute muscle. Exercise number 2 is going to be a single leg row. This is a great exercise to combine both balance but also single arm strength. And the idea here is to keep a neutral posture of your spine while we're also encouraging that leg movement there. And so the better you get with your balance means the better you're going to be when it comes to the golf course. And my third drill for you golfers is single leg thoracic rotation. And this is basically happening in our golf swing. We're shifting our weight onto our trail and lead side as our body is moving in mass. Through these balance exercises, try it for a minute on each side for 2 sets, and it's going to get you in a better position to make sure you're getting grip with the ground. You can start to use your ground forces and you can start to hit some of the best golf shots you've seen in a long time. And golfers, if your core endurance sucks, you're going to struggle to hit bombs. So a great test to do is doing both single arm planks on your sides and also front planks. The goal with these is to achieve 90 seconds, and you need to try and get there over time. And this is going to be your homework. You're going to hold each of these positions, gradually working your way up to 90 seconds, and you're going to try and do that a couple of times a week. And golfers, if you're weak, you're not going to be able to hit bombs. And obviously the key parts of our body to develop our strength is going to be our legs and also our upper body. And many people are confused. They think in the golf swing, it's only the legs that are working. But we know that 99% of our peak contraction velocity in our chest is happening just prior to impact. And so golfers, I want you to try each of these exercises for 8 repetitions for 3 sets on both sides. This is going to be a great place to start building your lower body and also your upper body strength to avoid injury and also increase the distance you're hitting the golf ball. And if you struggle for time, like most of my golfers that I work with over 40, try and combine both upper and lower body exercises at the same time so it can be efficient. And as a golfer, you don't want to spend hours in the gym. Most of my clients train for 90 minutes a week, and this is more than enough to have sustainable results that are going to get you hitting bombs on the course. And golfers, if you want to hit drives like PGA Tour members, you need to get your vertical leap up. On the PGA Tour, the average is 22 inches in terms of your vertical jump. On the LPGA Tour, it is 18 inches. So the more powerful you get in your legs, you are going to hit longer golf shots. So try these 3 power exercises in your next golf workout. The first one is a 90-degree jump, but if you're feeling it and if you're getting good at this, you can start to do the full 180 or close to anyway. And another great exercise to increase your speed is doing med ball slams. This is obviously a great exercise to work on both your stability, your balance, and your power output. And with all of our power exercises, try and keep the repetitions quite low, around 4 to 5 repetitions, so you aren't burning out and your speed intent can be at the maximum. And lastly, one of my favorite exercises is the kettlebell lunge to swing. And again, this combines all my favorite parts about golf fitness training. It includes stability, balance, strength, and power to make sure you're using your time efficiently. And again, with these exercises, if you're doing your power training, keep them short, sharp, and intense. So there you go, golfers. This is how you're going to get your extra 10 miles of swing speed in 12 weeks. You're going to do mobility training at least 3 times a week. With each stretch, you're going to hold it for a minute. You're also going to do your core training with every session to make sure you can hold your planks up to 90 seconds. And lastly, you're going to combine your balance, strength, and power training in your sessions to make sure that you're encompassing all of these 5 fundamentals of golf fitness. With your balance exercises, try either 8 repetitions on either side or holding it for 30 seconds by 2 sets. When it comes to your strength training, keep the repetition range between 8 to 12. When it comes to your power training, keep the rep range tight, so around the 4 to 6 rep range with high speed and intent. And golfers, please make sure to follow. I'm trying to help as many golfers around the world as possible. I want my channels on social media to impact over 1 million golfers to make sure you guys are staying fit and healthy and you can play as long as you want to. But there you go, golfers. This is how you're going to gain 10 miles in 12 weeks. Make sure to comment bootcamp below if you want access to my free app, and also make sure to please follow, like, and subscribe and share it with someone that's struggling to get distance off the tee. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Billy Troy, and thank you so much.